So there's a local connection to a trending moment nationwide. You might have seen this video right here on your social media feeds. Lizzo playing James Madison's 200-year-old crystal flute at a concert in Washington, D.C. Okay, so it turns out there's a similar flute about to be on display at a Valley Museum, and it was crafted by the same artist as the original. ABC 15's Jordan Bonke is getting an up-close look.
Under the rotunda at the Library of Congress, multi-Grammy award-winning artist Lizzo played not just any flute, but one that's over 200 years old, originally owned by founding father and President James Madison. The maker of the crystal flute was a French craftsman and clockmaker by the name of Claude Laurent. Originally made in the early 1800s, there's only 185 left.
Into our conservation lab here.
And not too long ago, the Musical Instrument Museum here in the Valley was able to get one. They took us inside their conservation lab to give us an up-close look.
This example is from 1809.
Rich Walter is a curator at the museum.
He was known to have made examples for people like James Madison, Napoleon, and people who wanted kind of the most up-to-date, cutting-edge and elegant flute of the time.
That Claude Laurent flute will be added to the Treasures exhibit here at the Musical Instrument Museum on November 11th, and believe it or not, it's actually older than the one that Lizzo was playing.
It's crystal. It's like playing out of a wine glass.
With the help of the Library of Congress and Capitol Police, Lizzo played the flute as part of her concert in Washington, D.C. this week. The viral moment led some historians to point out President James Madison recommended the 3/5 compromise, an agreement reached during the Constitutional Convention over the counting of slaves in determining a state's population, taxation, and representation in the House. The compromise counted just 3/5 of each state's slave population. Now, over 200 years later,
we just made history tonight!
For those at MIM, they feel there's no better way to learn history than through an instrument.
Authentic musical instruments from thousands of years to the present are a way to introduce us to each other, you know.
Jordan Bonke, ABC 15, Arizona.